John 19:30 says, "When he had received the drink, Jesus said, 'It is finished.' With that, he bowed his head and gave up his spirit." This verse is such a powerful reminder of God's faithfulness. Everything prophesied about Jesus in the Old Testament was being fulfilled. Everything Jesus' life was meant for was being completed. He came to earth fully as God and fully as man. He lived a perfect life. He had gone through all of this brutal suffering. He was dying and would rise again in 3 days. Jesus' mission of bringing salvation while on earth was finished. Specifically, when Jesus says, "It is finished," it shows his power and absolute control. From the beginning of time, God knew and caused this to happen in the exact way and at the exact time that it did. It's so amazing how many pieces God made line up perfectly to show his power, love, and faithfulness. Psalm 22 depicts the Good Friday scene that was yet to come. It explains how Jesus would be forsaken by God, verbally abused, ridiculed for his trust in God, surrounded by enemies, weakened, thirsty, pierced and yet have no bones broken, stared at and humiliated as lots were cast for his cause. Every single one of those prophecies then came true in the New Testament. That is not a coincidence, but proof of God's power and faithfulness. God's power and faithfulness are still blessings that are present today. God has especially proven his faithfulness countless times in my own life. Most of you know my story, that when I was 14, my parents, who were loving, godly people, died in a car accident. And yes, it was, and at times still is hard, but God has proven himself faithful time and time again. Many places in the Bible discuss God being the provider. Luke 12:24 says, "Consider the ravens, for they neither sow nor reap, they have no storeroom nor barn, and yet God feeds them. How much more valuable you are than the birds." God was faithful to provide support beyond what I could imagine, and to this day he has provided me with a wonderful aunt and uncle, not to become my parents, but to parent me and guide me. And in general, he has given me an amazing, loving family. In Isaiah 9:6, Jesus is referred to as the Prince of Peace, and in 2 Thessalonians 3:16 says, "Now, may the Lord of peace himself give you peace at all times and in every way." Even during the hardest times, God has kept his promise, and he has given me peace that can come only from him. Deuteronomy 31:6 says, "Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or terrified because of them, for the Lord your God goes with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you." God has recently reminded me of these truths and again of his faithfulness. Sometimes God uses big things, and other times it's small things, mixed with the power of his greatness and presence to reveal himself to us. One morning before school, I was running late, and I was extra stressed about the week and the projects ahead of me. I walked out to my car, and I was met with a beautiful sunrise. God used this to take the focus off of myself and put it back on him. And he whispered to me, "Just slow down and trust me. I will never leave you. I love you, and I am in control." How amazing and faithful is our God. Psalm 22 ends by saying, "They will proclaim his righteousness to a people yet unborn, for he has done it." Jesus was faithful to complete his mission on earth of bringing us salvation. And he reassures us of this in John 19:30 by saying, "It is finished."